And with that, hello everyone and welcome back to The Witcher 2, Assassins of Kings. Last time we finished chapter 1, I think we're now in chapter 2, and we got through a crazy, I don't know, rave attack, some sort of cursed forest. There was a war previously here, and all souls of the war soldiers have risen up and attacked King Hanseld. And us. We saved King Hanseld, and now we're supposed to talk to him. I think that's what we're going to do. We also have a bunch of side quests around here. If we have a look here. Bring It On, Katvani Camp, Arm Wrestling, Little Sisters. Girl was walking through the camp and witnessed an unpleasant incident. One of his soldiers was unceremoniously barked at, beaten, and heard derision and sneering instead of farewells. It did not look like a regular drinking bowl. The Witcher always had a nose for finding jobs and sniffed a mystery hiding behind that row. He approached the soldier to learn what was that all about. That one was about like some rave, probably noon rave or night rave, something like that. We have Poker Face. I have to play poker, dice poker. They have a roughing contract, and of course that's continuing. I think we have to talk to Hansel in order to progress anything. Do we have anything new location-wise or character-wise? I don't think... Oh. Apparently there was. I already read that. I guess that's all new. Maverick. One does not need to move in high society for public defecation to end his social career. Exactly such an event made a Katvani soldier, Maverick, the laughingstock of the entire camp. Yet it turned out that neither rations nor dysentery had caused him to fill his pants. A ruthless reputation, and not just that, had been soiled by the events of one ghastly night when Maverick had encountered a terrifying spectre. Because of hygiene, I don't know, of nearly every army's troops leaves a lot to be desired. Military brothels have a reputation as stands of questionable pleasure and indubitable gonorrhea. Therefore Leva, fulfilling both the role of camp follower and medic, was an important element of the military machine. A brothel without medical supervision can easily turn into a seat of infirmity, and that is just one step away from becoming a source of sabotage and damaging military capability. Lesota? When it turned out that the breakup letter from his beloved had just been a bad joke, Lesota proved to be a really helpful person. As the quartermaster's assistant, he had access to both armor and weapons, obviously for price. Gellert was surprised to learn that Sambo was also a skillful barber. For fistful or orens, the trader could work wonders with the witch's mane. Myron? Stiff as a halberd, the apothecary Myron ran the field hospital and sold alchemical ingredients on the side. Is it okay? Whether it was building fortifications or constructing cleaver traps, dwarven technical skills had no equals, and is it okay? He used them well. Here, it's written with K here and with Q-U here, so that would mean key, and that would mean K. I don't know. The mercenary made money on the side, running a small stall on the royal camp. Every military camp has uses for blacksmith, from shoeing horses to making and repairing weapons to freeing the wounded from warped armor after battle. Magnus was a reliable artisan, a huge man with the strength of a bull. Rumor had it that his grip was not unlike that of iron pincers. Okay, anyone here main story-wise? No. No new monsters? Alchemy, clochery, and nothing new here. Okay. I think we're gonna talk to Hansel because it's basically the only thing we can do. Since we can't take this guy on, he doesn't want to talk to us. Are you Alvin? Taking that and that. Any books for me? Crusted silver medallion, okay. Nothing more here? Okay. It's fine with me. Let's get all the timber. anything around here I can snag? Not really. It's probably where I have to go. Talk to you guys. Me and Katrina.
I've had about enough.
Have you? I would like a chest where I can store my shit.
Monsters, mutants, assassins. What's this world coming to?
Orange. Anything else? No, not really.
Nearly everyone hunts you, yet you live in spite of that. Impressive.
In no small part thanks to you, Excellency.
I've helped you, yes. I trust I shan't regret it.
As do I. I wouldn't want to seem ungrateful.
Are you seeking employment? I was unaware you fellows hired yourselves out for battle.
My aim here is different.
Really? Perhaps I can be of assistance.
What's the Emperor's envoy doing here? Satisfy my curiosity.
The last unfortunate conflict left the northern kingdoms in pitiful economic condition. His Imperial Majesty desires stability. We wish to offer financial assistance, so I'm visiting those lands hardest hit by the war.
Henselt is coping admirably as far as I can see.
The details of my visit here are reserved for the Emperor and the Kedweni King.
I wonder if I can do that.
You sure they're that big a secret? I mean, they could be important to me.
Oh,
I can reveal one thing. The Emperor was very moved to hear the White Wolf had returned. He asked me to investigate the matter personally and submit a report.
Why do I interest him?
He didn't say. His Imperial Majesty keeps his motivations to himself.
I don't want to use Axie because there are a lot of witnesses around here, and he's probably not that weak-minded, so I think that would fail.
Foltest was a good king. Shame he ended that way.
I've already conveyed the Emperor's condolences to Constable Palace. Since we're talking about Temeria and Foltest, apparently the fallen king's advisor, the sorceress Triss Merigold, has disappeared in mysterious circumstances. Rumors abound. Do you know anything about her?
Why do you ask, Excellency?
I heard the two of you are close.
Witchers and sorceresses don't generally share that kind of information.
I understand it's a delicate matter. All right then. Allow me to ask about something else. I mentioned Triss because, I must admit, I am perturbed. Mages are known for their mutual envy and rivalry. I wonder if there's any matter that could unite them.
Perhaps you could be a bit clearer, Excellency.
Then I shall ask directly. Do you know anything about Merigold's involvement with an organization of sorceresses? Assuming, of course, that you are, theoretically, or have been, close.
I'm a witcher. I rarely theorize. Killing monsters is purely practical.
I don't doubt it. Though sometimes a single understatement can speak more than 1,000 words. So I thank you for your silence, Witcher. Do you have other questions?
Why are you so interested in this organization of sorceresses?
I wonder about some strange coincidences. I'm told several of them were seen in the vicinity when the assassination attempts occurred.
What's so suspicious about that? Mages have always thronged around monarchs, a source of power and coin.
I'm not accusing anyone. I merely said it makes me wonder.
I saw you with Foltest before. Now you're with Henselt. No doubt you'll visit the King of Redania next.
I need not go far. Radovid is en route to Lochmuin. Perhaps he has already arrived. We'll meet there.
Lochmuin? An ancient elven city quite a ways away, near the source of the Pontar. Why there?
The mages wish to re-establish their council. They sent out invitations to all the kings.
Interesting. I didn't even talk to him on purpose, but okay. Did I go in here already? I think I did.
I've no bloody
Hello.
idea who you might
Damn
be,
it.
but I hope you're a civilian.
Salutations.
There's King Hansel. There's some orange for me. And some more stuff. Marion stuff. That stuff. Carrying too much weight. Well, thank goodness. Is it any use to me? Heavy leather trousers? No, already wearing that. Already wearing that. Oh well, I'm a little bit heavy now. What gives? I guess.
Come in, Witcher. I wish you to feel at ease, as this is an unofficial audience. You helped me in the mist, thus I surmise you do not seek my death. Which leads me to ask what you do seek here, Geralt of Rivia.
Justice.
A slippery thing, I'd say. It really depends on your point of view. So, you claim you did not kill Foltest. Do you know who did?
A witcher named Letho.
Do you know each other?
I don't know. I have amnesia. Letho has suggested he knows something about me. It's possible we met before.
There's an old Kedwenny saying, a bitch will never bite another bitch. 100% accurate where sorceresses are concerned.
To the matter at hand, sire.
De Tarnsaville claims this Letho is in the area. Is that true?
Yes.
What does he want here? My head?
He's hiding from Yorvith and his Scoia'tael. I don't know his plans.
And you aim to get him?
I do.
Last question. Do you know who had Foltest and Demavend assassinated? Who's behind the Kingslayers?
I don't know, but I'll find out when I find Letho.
My spies have confirmed your words. I suppose I must believe you. Now to the other matter. The mist, the wraiths, all that magic shit holding up my campaign. My mages, as usual, have proved useless. They blather on about higher magic, delayed curses and other hogwash, but nothing comes of it. This matter must be settled with a sword.
Strong curse.
A witcher's sword. Will you manage this task?
I'm willing to try.
Excellent. Lift the curse, and you'll learn the meaning of royal generosity. And even should you fail to catch this Letho, I shall help you clear your name. Consider Deathmold at your disposal. He'll give you all the necessary information. Also, you are free to move about the camp and its environs from now on. Now, leave me alone.
The curse was cast 3 years ago. Any sign it's been active in the interim?
Is that important?
Sire, we're not talking about a fortune told in a tent on market day, nor about some curse cast by a novice mage. This curse caused a solar eclipse and summoned hordes of specters. We're dealing with a complex spell that operates at several levels. Uncommon knowledge and skill were required to cast it. Lifting it will be even more difficult. If I'm going to deal with it, I need you to cooperate.
Ah, the plague. So be it.
As we forged our way through the fog, you claimed it was Glevisig's curse.
Sabrina Glevisig's. She was a sorceress, my former advisor. I ordered her bound to a wagon wheel and burned alive. While dying, she cursed me and my lineage. That was 3 years ago.
Sire, do you remember the curse itself? What exactly did Sabrina say?
All she said at the time has been fulfilled to some degree. A star adorned with a bloody braid will cut across the heavens. Square coins from maritime depths will beguile the hearts of fools.
Coins?
Deathmold found a few such coins among soldiers accused of treason.
What did you condemn Sabrina for, sire?
1 year after the Peace of Sintra, I fought Demerven for Lormark. General Vandegrift commanded a part of my force. He forded the Pontar and joined battle on this field. It raged until evening, when Sabrina Glevisig decided to take matters into her own hands. Fireballs rained down onto the battlefield. 3,000 men turned to bloody charred meat scraps. The fire consumed Kedwenis and Adernians alike, knights boiled alive in their armor. Mad beasts howling with pain. War is for the honorable. When the likes of Levisig enter the fray, it turns into hell.
Standable.
What drove Sabrina to attack her own army? Any specific reason?
I've heard none, not even speculation. She was my advisor, a member of the Council of Mages. For years I was forced to tolerate her excesses, schemes, court scandals.
Was she loyal?
Ha! Only to herself.
Alrighty. Level up. That's great. I like level ups. Reached Cadvening.
Witcher, a word, if you will.
Talk to Davnard in a second. Spires the Fury. I need a merchant. That's what I'm gonna need. I need my stash. That's what I'm gonna need as well.
Greetings, Master Witcher.
Guess I'm allowed to move around now. I'm a little bit drunk here.
Aldrin! Here, boy! Aldrin!
Aldrin! Where are you? The enemy have fed you their propaganda. But what if she's through?
Apparently they're looking for Aldrin. And now I'm carrying a bit too much.
So?
Straight. Junk. We need weapons or armor. All of that can go away. Don't really need any of that. I already have them. I really want like a stash where I can put my stuff. Would be very helpful.
What do you want, Witcher?
From what I can see, you and the men love your king.
He's like a father to us, really. Comes around from time to time, chats it up, pats you on the mug. Remembers our names, too. Though you got to earn that in battle. It's so distinguished 3 times already. Pride myself on it.
I'm sure it's a great honor for a humble soldier like yourself.
Last time it happened, we was on the march. Some peasant poisoned his well. A few of our lads died. Many others got sick. I pacified that village. We hit them so hard, we even struck fear into our own boys. They went without a row for 2 days, and the king was very pleased. He came around, gave me a friendly punch in the gut, laughed, and said, "You are one true son of a bitch. If you'd not been born among swine, you'd probably be king." That's how he is. Humane and all. He's really got a heart.
Alright, if you say so. Let's just save and I will talk
What
to
do you
again.
want, Witcher?
I want to
I'd
play
like to
dice
play
poker.
dice.
Want to play right now?
Let's roll. What do we get? We have like 3 of a kind. What does he have? He has 2 pairs. I guess I'm gonna gamble. Oh, full house. I won probably.
Here's your reward. That was good rolling. You deserve it.
Who else plays dice around here?
Madam Carol ought to play you. Interesting match that would be.
Poker face, Cadvan and Cap. Have a look.
Where are you?
Let's defeat her. Can I go from here?
Audrin, where are you?
Where the fuck is she? Am I allowed to go this way? Opposite way? Didn't know it went that far. I wasn't even here yet. There's an enemy, there's a drowner, a couple drowners. Okay, I gotta use the combat again, probably. Alrighty. Whew, was a bit more difficult than I anticipated, but well, I guess we did in the end. Macrophage stuff. Oh my fucking goodness, Naka Warrior. Just scared the shit out of me. Alrighty. Guess I was supposed to do that. I don't know. The dwarf.
I
Raymond
want to
Gester.
stock up on provisions.
Seek and ye shall find, as the prophet Labuda would say.
He was a shepherd, had experience in seeking and finding.
You know the good book, that's worthy of praise.
Any discount on account of that? The prophet Lebioda encourages the giving of discounts.
I don't recall that verse.
Oral tradition. And if your neighbor offers you a basket of apples for a ram, say you shall take but half a basket, for 10 more neighbors will come, and 5 of them will offer you 2 baskets of apples for the ram so many covet.
An endless source of wisdom. Browse and choose.
Nice. But I want to access my storage. I want to get rid of my crafting ingredients. All of that. There we go. That's better. Alrighty.
Browse and choose.
Let's roll some dice. What do we have? We have like nothing. What do we have? Oh, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. What does he have? He has nothing as well. I'm gonna re-roll all of those. Any more 3 of a kind. I won, nice. Great. What does he sell?
Browse and choose.
Just that shit, okay.
The Nilfgaardians a few years back.
Greetings.
Some
Welcome an opportunity when it comes.
They say you run a traveling pawn shop. Heard you even have books.
No song, no supper.
Nobody mentioned you speak in proverbs.
A willful man must have his way.
Ah, you're doing this on a bet. How long do you have to go on like this?
Lost time is never again found.
What happens if you lose the bet?
Crows do not pick crows' eyes.
Good luck anyway.
Fortune is easily found, but hard to keep.
I wish you persistence then. Can I see your goods? I'm mainly interested in those books.
Better to ask the way than to go astray.
What do you sell? You sell diagrams and stuff. Okay, and some books. Lots of books. Wonder if I should buy the books. I mean, they're not that expensive. Let's buy them. Kilbova, Magic and Power, Monstrum, Knackers of Trolls, Slaves of the Coast, Arcris, Junction, the Bun, something, Feudal Society, Horror of War, Legendary Coast, Nocturnal Provinces, Ponta Valley, Realms of Nordlings, Dynasty, Uprising, 3 years, Rings, Sphere and Tramp. Cost me like 2,000. Just right there. Oh my god, there's more trainer, annals, goddess. I don't know if I want to buy diagrams now. And there's more proxy, brings of elements, proxy. Ooh, I don't know if I want to read all of that. There's one more. Seem an uprising, I already have that.
That's politics. What's it to us?
Better to ask the...
Don't want to trade. Wanted to play dice.
Better to ask...
Throw some dice, like that. Not sure if I want to read them all right now. What do we have? We have 2 of a kind of a 6. What do you have? You have 2 of a kind of a 5, so I should have more. Let's re-roll. Anything more? 2 pairs. I lost. No, I don't think so. I don't think so, I lost. Very unlikely that I lost, yeah.
Better to ask...
Let's try that again, shall we? Three of a kind here, okay. It's 3 of a kind with a 5, so I hope I get another 3. Yeah, 4 of a kind. What does he have? I won, nice.
Life can be really
Good.
I fought the Nilfgaard.
Now let's see about books. Bruxa, Logists of Death. The Bruxa is a higher vampire, that is a post-conjunction creature, an intruder in a world. She assumes the form of a beautiful woman and turns terrifying when she grows hungry and attacks. As befits a vampire, the Bruxa drinks blood. The victim of a Bruxa is often both her lover and her chief source of sustenance. Beings of the element of earth or something like that. The Earth Elemental is the younger brother of the legendary Dao, the genie capable of creating earthquakes and flattening mountains. Younger means less powerful but also more mischievous, felling trees, toppling the walls of buildings and crushing people into pulp. Number among these creatures' pranks. Of course it performs only those its master wishes it too. Okay. Gargoyles, gutters, splatters, maintenance and repair. Theorists of magic still argue about how gargoyles should be classified. This author favors the school which claims they are a type of golem, for gargoyles are nothing more than fancy sculptures brought to life by magic in order to perform menial duties. They can complete only the most rudimentary tasks, so they are often found guarding a territory even if their creator turned to dust long ago. He who seeks to deactivate the creatures permanently must first locate the place from which they are controlled. Once there, he extinguished the magic runes that controls the construct's will. From the Annals of Markan History. Dwarves are one of the elder races. Stocky and bearded, with strongly built bodies and low voices, they are distinguished from their height, which is lower than human. Of simple and direct manners, they are sometimes seen as grumpy, unkind and greedy. I have to stress that my own opinion of the dwarves is by no means similar to the latter part. I only cited here to present the views of other people, even if they are dull-minded, hate-blinded buffoons. Markam's dwarves' mountainous homeland, famed for its numerous mines where precious stones and ores are mined. Many dwarves also live in human cities, for that race usually adapts to new neighbors easily. something that cannot be unfortunately said about a large part of humanity. Despite vexation, persecution, and even bloody pogroms, the coexistence with Groves goes up a lot better than with elves. The flair for trade and craft makes them excellent merchants, bankers, smiths, and armorers. Drowners are textbook for initiates of the Order of the Flaming Rose. Sometimes drowned men return as monsters to haunt the living. Tormented by their own deaths, they seek to murder others. They prefer to draw their prey underwater. As their victims drown, they tear them into shreds and consume them like soggy biscuits. Such creatures are called drowners. They are numerous on the banks of the Pontus. This large river of regular shipping and riverside villages provides them with ample sustenance. Raves fear and trembling. Raves are not, as some claim, the outward manifestation of an inner fear. They are visible, tangible, dangerous on top of that. According to the teachings of Brace, those who died suddenly without completing their tasks in this vale of tears become such specters. Raves have their own aims. Sometimes they remain unaware of them, but more often than not they pursue their calling without the slightest regard of the living. 3 years among the Andreas. Andreas are forest creatures that resemble Arachnids. They are especially fond of floodplains as moisture and tall grass suit them. Longer than they are tall, they move about on all fours and are extremely difficult to spot as they lie motionless, awaiting their prey. Like Kikimares, and Dragas are divided into castes, with warriors being most numerous, guards being less common, and creeds being a real rarity. These monsters, like Arachnids, hatch from eggs. Impregnated queens lay their eggs in cocoons which hang from trees in areas known as nests. The lesser creatures zealously guard their queens, as colonies depend on them for survival. The queens themselves remain hidden, caring little for what happens to other adult specimens. However, when their nest is threatened, they emerge swiftly and fight ferociously. Thus, to exterminate an Andrea colony, one must set fire to its cocoons and try out and kill the queen. The Valley of the Flowers. And the Alban tongue Dolplafana means the Valley of the Flowers. Anyone who sees this land with their own eyes would admit to the aptness of this poetic name. Once the southeasternmost province of the Kingdom of Adon, it became the sole and sovereign realm of the Free Elves following the last war against Nilfgaard when Emperor Emhyvar Emrys gave the elves these lands in return for their wartime service. Dolplafana is ruled by the elven sorceress Francesca Finderbeer, known also as Anit Angleana, the Daisy of the Valley. It remains a thorn on the side of neighboring realms, even though its queen has been forced to distance herself officially from the guerrilla war waged by the Scoia'tael. The Temerian Special Forces. The creation of these formations began in it turned out that shitty shield bearers are as good as fighting the mobile Scoia'tael units as a knight's saddle in a pick. The first special forces were formed by King Damervend, and they were commanded by the infamous White Rayla. Their effectiveness went hand in hand with cruelty and ruthlessness, and their battles with the Scrolls, and their hatred to non-humans usually extended, mildly speaking, beyond professional spheres. Elves from the units had equally strong enmity towards them, and the clashes between the partisans and the special forces were always extremely brutal and bloody. Besides fighting the Scoia'tael, the Temerian special forces carried out a variety of other dangerous tasks, justly earning their reputation of effective professionals. The Temerian royal dynasty. King Photost's daughter, cursed in her mother's womb, entered the world a stillborn beast, and here she continued to grow until she rose from the graves as a horrifying Striga. The jack-toothed princess long terrorized Usima, until Geralt freed her of a dark spell. Years later, Ada once more succumbed to the curse, and the Witcher again faced the Striga. This time, however, politics were at play. The Order of the Flame Rose brought on the reversion in a bit of breed chaos to Usima and overthrow King Photost. The realms of the Nordlings. This realm is bordered by Cadvan to the north, Redania to the northwest, Temeria and the massif of the Malcolm Mountains to the west, Delibria to the south. The Blue Mountains line its east frontier. Adon's coat of arms is a golden-red chevron on a black field, and its capital is Vengerberg. Not long ago, the country nearly disappeared when Nilfgaard occupied its southern territories, and its northern neighbor and supposed ally Cadvan treacherously annexed Upper Adon. Though the invaders were defeated and Cadwyn withdrew from Adon's northern lands, the kingdom's fate still hangs by a thread. The country has been ravaged by peasant revolts and its central government seems ever unsteady. Ponta Valley. If you have but a morsel of geographical knowledge, one glance at a map is enough to know why the Ponta Valley is strategically important. It is here that the borders of Temeria, Redania, Cadwyn, and Adon meet. It is the valley that physically marks these frontiers. They say that he who controls the Ponta Valley controls the north, so it's no wonder that the sighted realm have clashed here more than once. Blood has often mingled with the waters of the Ponta, though the reasons for this have varied. Wars waged by nobles in pursuit of political interests and merchants seeking trade privileges have been intermingled with riots and massacres, elven uprisings and the revolts of the frontier barons. All these have been garnished with this occasional peasant rebellion, an event that forces often quarreling factions to unite and crush plebeian mobs drunk on blood and carnage. The Nilfgaardian provinces. Oh my god, this is so much to read, and I don't know which I read already. It doesn't tell me. The Empire of Nilfgaard is the largest state in the known world, its rule extending over more than 1,000 provinces. It has conquered all of the realms south of Amel Mountains and united them under one crown. Black imperial standards adorned with the golden sun flutter over buildings and outposts from the Yaruga River in the north to the Kovaro in the south and mountain massif of Tir Tocher in the east. The empires and mighty armies lie in wait, ready to bring death at their ruler's command or to die eagerly in his name. The Black One's continued march northward was last stopped several years ago, though the united effort of the northern kingdoms and sacrifice of much blood at Brenna, yet peering across the Yaruga on a bright day, one still can see the dark cloaks and the sun glancing off the points of their lances. Legendary Accursed. The Trog is a mythical creature, issuing straight from ancient legends of heroes and their epic deeds. When a hero descends into a fiery hell to rescue his beloved, or when he seeks to avenge his father's death, the Trog is often his opponent. Why are poets so keen on cast this monster as an arch-enemy? Well, as a wraith, the Trog fits well into any dark story of a curse or vengeance from the world beyond. Described variously, always as terrifying, its true appearance remains unknown. It is a powerful creature, a prince of the damned, thus making an ideal villain. Horrors of 4 Rotfiends. Given that they are necrophages, Rotfiends feed on carrion and human corpses, but this does not mean they do not attack the living. They appear on battlefields near cities afflicted by plague or around villages touched by famine. See a Rotfiend and you can be sure there are many more in the area. They appear of a sudden and disappear even more quickly if threatened, so exterminating them is difficult. Grabbing Rotfiends makes little or no sense. Instead, they are best dealt with by cutting off their food supply, that is, burning all corpses in the area. Corpses must be incinerated rather than buried, for Rotfiends are avid and skillful diggers. Without sustenance, the beasts will leave and search for new feeding grounds. Feudal society and its enemies. Scoia'tael is a name used by rebels fighting for non-human freedom. In the common tongue, it means squirrels, as some would have it, it is because of squirrel tails that adorn the rebels' capes, or from the forest board they had to survive on. Scoia'tael formed units over a score strong, consisting mainly of elves, and sometimes dwarves and halflings joined too. During the last war against Nilfgaard, Scoia'tael fought on the side of the Empire, making diversions and great damage beyond our lines. Despite the provisions of the Peace of Sintra, many did not disarm and continued to fight, especially when it turned out that Nilfgaard sacrificed them in the name of peace and gave the unit's leader to the Nordlings to be executed. The Dunbanar. The Dunbanar rose to fame during the last wars with Nilfgaard. A Cadwani light cavalry regiment, initially it patrolled the area around Banglain. Called to the front, it proved its mettle during the incursion into Upper Adon, but it was the chroniclers of the Battle of Brenna who made the unit famous. Because history likes to repeat itself, several years later the Dunbanner once again led Hansel's foray into Adon. This time it suffered a crushing defeat at the hands of an ostensible ally, no less, the sorceress Sabrina Glavisic. Decimated beyond resurrection, the unit was never reformed, and its characteristic cloaks and beaver skin capes, or caps, which once spread terror in the heart of Cadwyn's foes, became a thing of the past. Though they remain identifying marks by which the unit's few surviving former members recognize one another. The conjunction of the spheres. There are scores of learned works, dissertations and treatises about this magical cataclysm from about 1,500 years ago. Because of this event, creatures never seen before entered our world and still do not have their own ecological niche here. Among others, Grevers and ghouls are relics of the permeation of the spheres, though elven tradition has it that we, humans, are also newcomers from that time. Sorcerers claim that time humanity received both the wondrous gift and a terrible curse that they consider magic to be at that time. Arachas, a study. Arachnids are lone hunters. They patiently lie in wait for their prey in order to kill it with one swift strike when it appears. The same is true for the Arachas, a huge creature that took a liking to the riverside forests, becoming their undisputed king. As ruler thereof, the Arachas will not share its territory with other hunters, witches included. Oh my goodness, there's so much to read! Slaves of the Curse. Trogs are commanders and Trogneers, or Troggeers, are the brave soldiers. A Trog calls Troggeers into existence on battlefields or in cemeteries by the sheer force of his will. Like the Trog himself, these minions arise from damned souls trapped within shells formed of the remnants of arms, armor, war machines, and corpses that were torn apart of scavengers. Trolls and Trolling. According to legends, Trolls were born of earth and their body is made of rock. They fear and despise sunlight, which kills them by turning them into inanimate stone, and so they only prowl at night. So much for legends. What is the reality? Well, as always, the truth is far more mundane. Trolls are living creatures like you and me, and they prefer day to night, for they are so clumsy they stumble over stones in the dark, spilling the vodka they cherish so much. The skin is indeed hard as stone, but beneath it, there are muscles and a heart that pumps blood. Given that they bleed, they can be killed. Necklace in the Mist. We already know that. Monstrum. We know that.
That's politics. What's it to us?
We already do all of that. I wonder. How to kill a Bulvar? That's new, huh? The Bulvar can be compared to a heap of muscles contained within a flexible yet durable hide. It has the head of a buffalo, yet its mouth is filled with sharp teeth, perfectly suited for rending flesh. Bulvars are post-conjunction beasts. Visible marks of chaos include the creature's horns and the vestigial, largely immovable limbs that cover its body. Daughter of the Gale. There are many species of harpy and all are kleptomaniacs. What outposts are you deployed? I'm at, like, King Hansel's Cadvany Camp outpost or whatever. I've just arrived in Chapter 2. And hello, Unreal Fleshy. Called the... I just see an Unreal Flash. Is that okay? It's quite a long name, Poodle Gaming. Alrighty, where was I? I was at, like, something like with harpies. I think the harpies are new. There are many species of harpies and all are kleptomaniacs. Some steal dreams instead of trinkets. They especially like dreams laden with strong emotions, such as nightmares that recur every night. The victims lose their dreams, which can actually be a blessing where nightmares are concerned, and the harpies encase them in crystals, creating items that strongly radiate magic. Mages desire the dreams these creatures steal. They are even known to breed harpies on perches with a view towards filching their booty at daybreak. Yet it is rare for a dream or nightmare to be powerful enough, or to come from a powerful enough creature to satisfy the desires of a mage. He who would destroy a harpy's nest perched atop a rocky ledge must set a special glistening explosive trap. When harpy snatches its loot, the charge is detonated. Anything that survives the explosion is dealt with by gravity, the eternal foe of all alien creatures.
Just need to watch that we don't make a mistake.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Alright, can we loot anything around here?
Better to ask the way.
I
than
didn't
go
want to talk to
astray.
you.
Easy come, easy go.
I wanted to loot the wood. Can I loot the wood,
Are there
please?
shops here?
Aye, there are.
Apparently not.
What's so
Even though it
strange
flashes.
about that?
Oh well.
Other lands have slizzards, drowners, we have trolls.
And they don't trouble the
Some
loot.
orange. More orange.
And taking tolls under threat of force.
None of that. They sit among the rocks, and who'd go there? As for tolls,
Take that,
the headman's written
timber.
them, and they're not collecting any.
Can I talk to any one of you?
He said
Let's
he
see.
would forbid them from collecting.
Pretty please.
Nope, nope, nope.
Diddle yourself, pauper.
I see.
Oh,
you
dandelion.
finally decided to relax. Have I ever told you I think you lead a very unhealthy life?
You've mentioned it.
Evidently not enough for you to take it to heart. Anyway, the whores are quite decent here.
Maybe some
Alright.
other time.
You worry me.
Alrighty, we have a lot to talk to, apparently.
I wonder what Sheila's doing in Henselt's camp.
You're not alone, because she's wondering what you're doing at the king's side.
How do you know?
She asked me about you.
Alright.
What did she want to know?
I have no idea. I realized right off she was sniffing, and told her she could smell my fingers if she wanted. That'd be all she'd get.
And she gave up.
Mm-hmm. See how careful I am?
Have you tried to, approach Vess?
I've thought about it. On the one hand, I've never rogered a soldier, but on the other, the clean clang of steel against steel at an intimate moment could put off even the most attentive lover. Why do you ask?
Alright.
I just like to know. Heard anything about Letho?
They say he's hiding in the ravines. He's not alone.
I know.
I fail to comprehend exactly why you have it in for him. He escaped, so what? You're no king, and as such are hardly in danger.
Letho knows a lot about me. There are certain things that probably only he can explain.
I'm not so certain you really want to know them.
We'll see.
Let's say you catch him. What then?
I'll decide once I've heard him out, learned the truth. Maybe I'll see his point. Or maybe I'll just cut off his head. Henselt's camp is abuzz with rumors about
So
the
we
events
probably have
2
another
years ago.
decision there,
When you
whether or
burn
not
a
to kill
sorceress
Letho
at the
then.
stake, rumors spread faster than the seed of a lascivious baron.
I know you primarily value sorceresses for their firm busts, but I'm curious. What do you think of Sabrina Glevisic?
Sorceresses complain about feeling underappreciated, persecuted even. But let me tell you, Geralt, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. If they didn't meddle, they wouldn't be burned at the stake. They keep whining about the horrors that took place on Thanet Island, about the order of the world being destroyed. But let me ask you, who brought that about if not them and their scheming?
Alright.
My memories and feelings seem inextricably linked. I seem to be recovering both. I believe Yennefer's alive, and I'll eventually find her.
Triss, Yennefer, that's some life you lead, my friend.
First off, we have no idea if Yennefer's still alive. Second, we have no idea if Triss is alive.
True. You seem to have 2 women, when in fact, you don't even have one.
Their
Alright.
kind doesn't die easily. I'll find Triss as soon as I've dealt with the assassin.
What about Yennefer?
I won't know what to do about her until I see her.
Alrighty. Nothing more here?
I'm from Stilton, in the Lavallette's land.
Boring.
Are you Leva?
If you've got a growth of some sort and you're here for the salve, get in line.
Nothing of the sort this time. You were here during Henselt's previous expedition.
What of it?
I have some questions.
Be quick. Half of Henselt's nobility's waiting for this salve. They've all started pissing blood out of longing for the spouses they left at home.
Alright.
Did many soldiers survive the battle 3 years ago?
But a handful. The rest were just vaporized. Those who could walk dragged those who couldn't. All the survivors were horribly burned.
I'm interested in that tower.
It's the remnant of a manor sacked long ago. They call it the Tower of Debauchery, since Madame Carol made camp at its foot.
The ravines around the camp, they don't look like they were shaped by nature.
They're proof of the great power sorceresses can summon. Sabrina's fireballs scarred the ground for many miles around the battlefield. 3 years back, it was the home of Malgit, a healer, and his family. While he helped us tend the wounded, someone murdered his children. Malgit couldn't come to terms with the tragedy and threw himself into the river. The children were buried behind the house. Their graves should still be there.
I'll let you get back to treating all those brave fighting men.
You again? Can I help?
I didn't need to talk to you. I wanted to talk to your other girls here.
You're no
Diddly yourself,
Okay. They don't talk right now. There's the Madam Carol.
That's politics.
And get anything around here? There's something. Orange cloth. Get anything around here? Who's here?
Greetings.
Greetings. Alright. So talk to Madam Carol.
Well, well, a witcher. Girls, prim yourselves. How can I help you, Hanson?
I wanted to talk.
We're no strangers to the art of conversation, but it'll cost you just as much as a good plough.
I'm not going to pay for conversation.
Alrighty.
Well, well, how can I help?
Want to roll a few rounds of dice poker?
Shall we play?
Let's roll. Isn't poker to get some more money? Spend 2,000 on books. We have 5. Here's a full house. Oh my goodness, I'm not gonna win that. Yeah, I've lost. Well, I have a full house as well, but I lost because I have the lower full house.
Don't worry. You know what they say.
What was that? Okay, The Witcher just decided to close itself. Why not? Okay. Let's relaunch it. Yeah. Come on, Witcher. You can do it. There we go. Load the game.
Well, we how can
Want to roll a few rounds of...
Shall we?
Let's try that out again. Let's hope we have more luck this time. What do we have? We have 2 of a kind. She has 2 pairs. Okay. Well, we can hope for more. What do we have? Freaking nothing. Okay, great.
Don't.
Does it work this time, the loading? Does work. Good. Only thing about this game is it's pure luck.
Well, how?
It's basically what it is.
Want to roll a few rounds of dice?
Shall we play?
Let's roll them. We have a pair. What does he have? Or she have? She has also a pair, the same as we. So we're gonna re-roll all of these. Sure, whatever. We have anything? We got nothing, really. She got nothing as well. Yeah, she got nothing as well, but she had the more nothing, I guess.
Don't worry. You know what they say. Unlucky at...
Lucky at love. Yeah. We're gonna be lucky at both.
Well, how can I...
Want to roll if...
Shall we play?
Let's roll them. There we go. Here I have 2 of a kind. What is she? God damn it! I'm gonna lose again, don't I? Most likely. Yep. You got 4 of a kind. God damn it.
Don't worry. You know what they say.
Why do I keep losing now? It's not nice. Don't like it.
Well, how can...
Want to roll?
Shall we...
That, there we go. Let's roll. I believe have more luck this time. She already starts off with a full house. Are you joking with me? How am I supposed to win that then?
Don't worry. You know what they say.
God damn it, game, you're not playing in my favor today.
Well,
Want to...
sure.
Let's roll them. Roll the dice. 2 of a kind. Yeah, it's 3 of a kind, of course. Would be too easy otherwise, wouldn't it? Nothing, I got nothing. I can only reload, basically. God damn it all.
Don't worry. You know what they say.
Constantly losing now for some reason, even though it's just purely luck based. RNG is not in my favor today.
Well.
Want to...
Shall we play?
Yeah, let's roll them. We're like 1, 2, 3, 4. I could try for 5. I have no idea. We'll see. I've got a 6 again. Are you joking with me? I have like nothing over that way.
Don't worry. You know what they say.
It's just 15 orins, but still. Damn it.
Well, how?
Want to roll?
Shall we?
Let's roll them. There we go. 3 of a kind. That's at least a decent start. I won! God damn it, that took a while.
You've cleaned me out.
Anyone else I can fleece around here?
Minnesota, the quartermaster's helper. He plays dice.
Alrighty.
Well, how?
I want to...
We're no strangers.
Sounds all right.
Ask away then. What would you like to talk about?
Anything interesting going on in the camp?
Soldiers are scared shitless, what with this battle approaching. They'd rather drink themselves silly than let us honest whores make some coin. Is that interesting? I doubt it.
Not raring to fight, are they?
They might have been eager at first, but the longer we sit here, the less lively they become. Fighting's like ploughing. Lust for one, and you lust for the other.
How much does it cost me now? I have 365.
Well, how can
I want to...
We're...
Sounds...
Ask away. What would you like?
I wouldn't mind knowing what you think of Henselt.
I'm a madam. What can I know about the king?
I seem to remember that madams and innkeepers know everything.
He used to come here to plough. to develop a camaraderie with the fighting men like, but that was just a phase. Most likely only ploughs sweet-smelling ladies now.
Costs me nothing, okay.
Well, how?
Why not?
I wanted to talk.
We're no
So,
ask. What would you like?
heard of the Virgin of Edirn?
Hasn't everyone?
Any thoughts?
Oh yes. A maturing woman like that, never been ploughed. Her head's bound to be muddled. We'll have peace when she drops her sword to grab a nice healthy prick instead.
Alright. Guess that's fine. Anything else around here? Not really. This doesn't look like that. Can I meditate here? Can be performed here. Okay. Guess that's fine. Who's here? Mysterious merchant. I'm of Barnard. Okay. Poison Serikinian Saber. Jesus Christ. Something seems off there. I mean, sure. Was that 30 to 34? What do I currently have? I have 17 to 23, and 17 to 25, and 13. That's a lot better. I'll buy that one. Buy that one as well. I guess that one as well. Using all my money, but that's fine. Was that silver sword? And that one. And that one. Yeah, that seems fine. It's a bit less from that, but otherwise it's okay. Enhancements, enhancement, sure, yes. Got that one, yes. Do we have anything else here? Not really. Okay. Can sell you all the other stuff then. There we go. Don't need that right now. I know I'm out of money. That's great now. What's in here? Key required. Auto seller. Okay. What's that away?
Greetings.
Greetings.
Comes and tells him the elder and the recruiter are coming for you.
You're all right,
He
Geralt.
was slaughtering pigs at the time. So he
Oh,
takes some
okay. That's
How
the
are
special
ya?
forces.
Greetings, Geralt.
Hi there.
Greetings, Vess. What news from the Blue Stripes?
They're keeping their eyes open, as always.
Henselt thinks he'll take Vergen easily.
A regular army will always win against a popular uprising. I know this, Henselt knows it. I don't understand why Saskia doesn't.
Maybe she'd rather die than surrender. Or she has a surprise in store for Henselt.
Possibly. Henselt keeps the precise plans of his campaign a secret.
Why haven't you set up in the Ketweni camp? Information becomes more available the closer you get to the source.
Henselt doesn't trust us, and I don't blame him. If not for this damn fog, we'd have moved even further south.
Alright.
We've lost the assassin's trail.
The trail led us here. If it goes no further, the assassins must be in the vicinity. I see two possibilities. Either Henselt hired them, or he's their next target.
We'll find out soon enough. Could Henselt himself be behind the assassinations?
Probably
You don't
not.
think it's possible? Consider the Pontar Valley. Temeria, Kedwin and Edirn have been disputing it for generations. Only now, Temeria and Edirn are kingless.
Henselt might profit from the deaths of Foltest and Demaven, but covert assassinations aren't his style.
I suppose you're right. The Kedweni king seems to love a good war. Just take a look around. Perhaps that's his ruse. When the cheese goes missing from the larder, no one thinks of blaming the cat.
Maybe.
He does what?
What's
puts a pig's eye in his ass. The elder and the recruiter enter, and the mother says, "Son, they've come to take you to war." And he's standing with his back to them, his pants down. He spreads his cheeks and says, "I can see that."
Did they take him?
Not a chance.
Hello?
Interesting.
Guard up.
Salutations.
That's more like it.
Oh, are they doing your fighting? That seems cool.
Fen, keep dropping your guard like that and they'll beat your kisser to a pulp.
Who do we have here?
Someone who's worried about your close combat skills.
We practice a few hours every day.
And here I thought practice makes perfect.
Really? Care to show us your skill then? White-haired one.
Why not? Who's willing?
I'll try. See if you're as strong in your arms as you are in your gob.
Let's see what my friend Vernon taught you.
Make some room!
Keep your guard up.
Alright, we'll
That's
see.
more like it.
Alrighty.
Close the distance.
So far those challenges haven't been really hard.
Keep your guard up. That's more like it.
Got a feeling Fen won't remember much of that fight. With a few more surprises up our sleeves. How about you?
Why not? Who's willing?
Take me on. I fancy learning a few witches' tricks.
Let's see what my friend Vernon taught you.
Make some
Alright,
room!
let's see.
Move it. Dodge. Dodge. Wake up.
At least they have some variety in the fighting, I guess.
Close the distance.
Oh, he was easy as fuck.
Ha! He's still young. He'll learn. With a few more surprises up our sleeves.
Why not?
Run out of monsters to slay? Why are you fighting my men?
Just checking to see if you've taught them well.
And?
I'm amazed they're still standing.
You lackeys. Letting yourselves get thrown around like hay bales. Maybe you want to give me a try.
Show me what you got, my striped friend.
Alright, let's see about that. Fighting against Vernon.
You win. Feels like I've been kicked by a mare.
Pleasure getting a few slugs in the mug from you, Witcher. We're always eager to learn. You deserve a prize.
I don't need a reward.
It's no reward, just a sign of gratitude. We drag our arses round the world and collect all sorts of scrap metal. Take something. May it serve you well. See you soon.
Not so fast, Witcher.
Alright,
You take
yeah.
me on now. You snitch.
So be it.
Snitch. Oh shit, I missed one. Wasn't perfect, but well, it's okay.
What the bloody hell's all this about? We're just practicing. Want practice? I'll have you cleaning the canteen with your bare arses. How's that for practice? Back to the camp.
Aye, sir. That doesn't end this.
Stop looking for square coins. You've little to gain, and you just might lose your head over it.
So long.
Alright.
In the face of possible disaster,
Wait for the events to unfold. Okay, score to settle. Wait, is there Sultan there? There's Sultan. Hello, Sultan. Didn't even see you there.
Hello. Greetings, Geralt, in these humble foreign walls.
Greetings.
My heart rejoiced to see that dear old noggin of yours emerge from a sea of unknown faces.
I see you prefer the company of Vernon and his men.
The soldiery in Henselt's camp looks at me like I'm a lump of rotten meat.
Do you think they suspect you of being a spy?
Who the fuck knows what's in their bloody heads? You know what? I regret I'm not a spy. I feel like the last bloody cunt here. Somewhere nearby, my brethren are sharpening their axes, just waiting for the fog to dissipate so they can blunt them on some kid when he necks.
Alrighty.
You've been around.
He's not feeling good.
Kingslayer?
Just that Henselt is shitting himself for fear that his head is about to be separated from his shoulders. For me, the assassin's hiding out in the ravines. An ideal place for his kind. Anyway, I've been wondering, why the fuck do you care so much about this cunt that you're so ready to stick your neck out to find him?
Letho knows a lot about me. There are certain things probably only he can explain.
But is it worth sticking your neck out to know what was in your head before?
It is to me.
What will you do when you find him?
We'll see when I talk to him, when I learn the truth. Maybe I'll see his point. And maybe I'll just cut off his head. All rested after the boat trip?
Don't remind me of that. My stomach churns at the very thought.
You could have traveled here on foot.
If I'd known it before days of rocking, I would have. And if they told me I'd be eating dried and salted cod 3 times a day, I'd have clobbered myself with my own hammer before boarding that boat.
You're spending all your time in Roach's camp. Have you two become chums?
Chums? That's a bit rich. But he doesn't piss me off as much as he used to. Either he's changed or I've grown accustomed.
Maybe both.
Maybe. Besides, the camp has loads of other attractions. His men cheat me at cards, and there's a tit or two to hang the gaze upon.
If that's what you're after, there's a regular whorehouse in Henselt's camp.
How can you compare a whore's tits to Vessie's? I could buy myself the others, but hers are just to be admired.
Alright.
But we'll have to make do with them. We'll put them out front, let the cavalry run them over.
Can I
Maybe
get
it'll
some
lose
stuff
some
here?
momentum.
All that.
So, the
Deuce.
battle was on. Terrible losses on the left flank. They
Oh, that,
almost
okay.
broke our ranks. Their swords dropped their pikes and ran to the
Give me
archers'
all that,
corpses.
please.
Did they start looting?
Listen, they picked up the bows and shot at the enemy. I tell you, each shot
can't
meant
get
a
that one.
dead man.
All
Those were
that.
the soft-
Exactly. Poaching is in their blood.
Give me all of that. All is mine. Lovely. Alrighty. Hello, Vernon.
Here to spy on us.
Who would I be spying for?
For Henselt. The Death Mold. I heard they hired you.
It just so happens we have common aims. But don't worry. Observing Vernon Roach isn't one of them.
In that case, to what do I owe this pleasure?
I was wondering what you're actually doing here, Vernon.
The Blue Stripes never want for work. Especially in a hotbed like this.
You're not about to tell me, are you? And here I thought we had something special.
I've got my finger on the pulse. And I've not forgotten what I came here for, Geralt.
Foltest's assassin.
Precisely. He's holed up like a rat. And he'll meet a rat's end.
Any idea what's happening on the other side of the Battle of Spectres?
I expect not much has changed. A bunch of dwarves, elves, and peasants are trying to figure out how to save Edirn.
Saskia's an exceptional woman.
But just a woman, nonetheless. Besides, how would you know?
Just a hunch, and there's all the talk. Besides, to assemble an army of elves, dwarves, and humans who fight side by side, you pretty much have to be extraordinary.
You'll not persuade me some woman will defeat Henselt in battle.
You're forgetting one thing. Kedwin's just fighting for a better life. Edirn's fighting for life itself.
Motivation's important, I grant you. But it can't trump knowledge of the art of war. Temeria's my only concern. and I'll be glad to see Henselt's forces tied up here. That's a good thing.
Think he wouldn't stop after conquering Edirn? What if he quickly deals with Saskia and turns his army west?
It's possible, but I hope it won't come to that.
You need to be careful. Deathmold can't learn that you're holding a Kedweni spy.
He won't. Don't you worry none.
Deathmold has an excellent net of his own spies.
That spy we caught at Laredo's, Arnold. He's prancing around in the next world.
Did he spill anything interesting?
He was tough, but waterboarding can be incredibly effective. Eventually, he coughed up that Henselt was trying to bring the border towns to a boil.
Henselt's not stupid. He wouldn't want to wage war on two fronts.
That rat Laredo was supposed to stir unrest in Flotsam. Luckily, you rearranged his intestines with your blade.
You miss your old friend, Yorvith?
If the gods are kind, he'll yet fall into my hands. That said, I wonder what the scoundrel's up to.
What news of good old Flotsam?
Thanks to us, it still is good old Temerian Flotsam. If I hadn't sniffed out Laredo's treachery, a Kedweni garrison would be stationed there already. Constable John Natalis has appointed a new commandant to Flotsam. Let's hope he doesn't turn out to be another whore.
Alrighty. Got some information from him at least.
We got our orders and got busy preparing to leave the village. She comes up to him and says, "You've promised to come back."
Maddie. Someone, alright. Anything around here? Apparently there's that. Go this way? No? Apparently I can't go this way.
You're back! What the hell kind of soldier are you?
Alright, let's go back. This way, I guess.
Everything alright, Geralt? Damn it.
You seem to be doing alright. Heard something. Might be going insane for all I know. It's around here. Go towards the Spectres, or where are we here? I've no clue. Oh, some hobbies. Alrighty, some hobby stuff. Interesting. I don't know if I want to explore that just yet. I think I want to find out about the military camp for now. Not continue with the outsides just yet. Because I think we have a lot of things to discover around here. Let's go back. I also still have to rest and get my character points up. But in due time. Is my inventory holding up? 125, I guess that's fine. So all our friends are camped out around here. That's good to know. Let me get Poker Face, Kedweni Camp.
He was slaughtering pigs at the
Semper Fi!
Life can be really scary. I fought for you.
Start to add dice poker. You see you right around the corner, or what's the case? Surely looks like it.
Mordred! Where are you?
They are a bit drunk, aren't they?
So?
I'd like to play dice.
Wanna play right now?
Yes. So with some dice. You started with a razor 3, that's good. Let's see, here's 2 pairs. What do I have? I have a pair. We can try out, I guess. a full house. He has a better full house, doesn't he? Oh, I don't have a full house. That's unfortunate.
You didn't stand a chance, Witcher.
Yeah, in your dreams I didn't stand a chance. I'm just gonna reload and then I win. I thought this was a full house, but apparently it wasn't. Wrong way. Might as well save here.
So? I'd like to...
Wanna play?
Throw some. What does he have? He has 3 of a kind. What do I have? I have 2 pairs. I have a full house now. I lost? How did I lose? He has 4 of a kind. Oh my fucking goodness.
You didn't stand a chance, Witcher.
That was almost perfect. I got a full house, and then he got 4 of a kind.
So? I'd like to...
Wanna...
We have... What does he have? He has 2 of a kind. What do I have? Also 2 of a kind. Okay. Let's go with those. Two pairs. I lost. What does he have? He has higher 2 pairs. God damn it.
You didn't stand a chance, Witcher.
Yeah, you probably cheat. That's what I'm getting now. I'm just out of luck. It's the last one.
So? I'd like...
Wanna...
What do we have? Here's 2 pairs. I have... We're gonna hope for Flash. I know the Flash will do it, but we'll see. That was a 2. I lost. Draw. Oh my goodness. Pair. Pair as well. No, I actually have 2 pairs. Okay, we'll see. We can get another 1. A 2. We got a full house. I won. Nice.
You won. Do you want coin or something special?
I'd prefer something besides gold. I see you've got quite a bit of armor.
If that's your wish, I can offer you a number of armor designs, specifically for studded, tempered, or supple leather armor.
I think I'd look good in studded armor. Let me have that design.
Always thought you Witchers had a dandy streak in you.
Alrighty, Poker Face Cadvani Camp. Completed, I guess. Indeed we did. Alrighty, little sisters, that one had an update. Scotty Saddle, Rodfin, bring it on. Cadvani Contract. What is that? Arm wrestling, I need to fight Adam.
Here, boy.
Hey, yes, Adam Pangred.
Need some help, Monster Slayer?
I want to talk, dog of war.
I've heard much about you, Witcher. Greetings.
Greetings, Captain. Does Hensel pay his mercenaries well? Call it professional curiosity on my part.
It's no secret a lump sum of 20,000 Novigrad crowns awaits. To be divvied up between those who survive.
So the more of you die, the greater the take per head.
Yes.
Alright.
Were you here 3 years ago during the last battle for Vergen?
Bradley's blue banner was. They were decimated by mages. The survivors enlisted with us. They weren't eager to talk about it, and we didn't press them.
No lack of work for your kind.
Mercenary might just be the surest profession these days. Sign of the times.
I heard you gained fame during the wars with Nilfgaard.
Our fees have doubled since the Battle of Brenna. As it turns out, it was worth risking our necks.
I wouldn't mind learning some details about Brenna from someone who played first fiddle there.
Constable Natalis commanded the Nordlings. The Nilfgaardians mounted a vicious attack. And if not for us and the Dun Banner, the collected armies of the North probably would have shattered into bits. Luckily, we showed up at the right time, withstood the assault and came out victorious. We earned every last copper we were paid. 50,000 Nilfgaardians shattered their teeth trying to bite at us. Menno Colhorn, their commander-in-chief, chose death over humiliation. Like in every battle, it was a question of timing, taking advantage of the foe's missteps, and a bit of luck.
Must be fatiguing fighting all the time.
I took a little time off recently, something along the lines of a honeymoon. But I like my craft. I'm not afraid to admit.
I knew one of your kind once. Woman by the name of Rayla.
Killed by an elf's treacherous arrow.
Oh, yeah.
She made a mistake. Let her emotions take control. This
We know
profession
her
requires
from Witcher
cold
1.
calculation.
Do save.
Let's talk arm wrestling.
Go on.
Bartholomew Bargy sends his regards.
Lord Bargy. I remember him. So,
For a peasant. They say you're the strongest arm around here.
you wouldn't be talking to me otherwise.
How's that?
During the Battle of Brenna, I got into a knife fight with a Nilfgaardian commander. That's to say, he had the knife and I had my bare hands. I grabbed him by the wrist, but the blade kept coming towards my throat. He was strong, but lacked stamina. When I felt him weaken, I twisted his arm around and slit his throat. I've worked on my hands, wrists, and arms since then. They all come in handy on my refresher.
Want to wrestle me?
To challenge Adam Pangrid for the championship, you've got to beat the best contenders. You've defeated them all, so we can wrestle. Whenever you're ready.
That's cool.
As you're a witcher and I'm a mercenary, neither of us should wrestle for free.
Another time.
Can't save it this time? No, I saved. There we go.
Let's talk.
As you're...
That's arm wrestle. 100, oh my goodness, that's quite a bit. Let's see if we can do that. Might take some tries. There we go, we got him. Easy arms.
Lucky that Nilfgaardian at Brenna wasn't as strong as you. Or Adam Pangrid would be a heap of white bones right now.
Lucky for you, we were only playing for coin.
I venture to say there's only one man who stands a chance against you. Numa.
Numa? What kind of name is that?
He's a circus artist. The mighty Numa, they call him. Apparently he grips like a vice. Word has it he cheats.
How?
Performance-enhancing potions. The undetectable kind.
I'll be sure to seek him out someday.
You'd know best if he's using his muscles or alchemy.
I wonder if he really cheats if we can do that. The controls are rather clunky, so I don't know. Probably not. Alright, this is the score to settle. As you remember, the Witcher had been training a bit of a ferocious man. Cadwany soldiers watched sparring with interest, and once the Witcher was done, One of the onlookers challenged him to a duel. The civic interrupted the fight over. The soldier left angry, mumbling something about square coins. It would have been the strangest cursing in the world if not for the fact that square coins were closely connected to the conspiracy against King Hansel. They were used by the conspirator as a secret symbols. Gull was walking through the camp and witnessed an unpleasant incident. We already know that. The ill-treated soldier's name was Maverick. He was a veteran of the battle that had taken place 3 years before. Yet he was not respected because he had shot himself after encountering a spectre on the riverside beach one night. That event destroyed Maverick's life. No wonder that he hired the Witcher to rid him of his nightmare. Hoping to encounter the phantom himself, Gull decided to go to check the beach at night. The trails also led the lonely house on the cliff. The Witcher knew that there always a story connected with the appearance of a rave, so he decided to ask Lever, a medic making a living from healing camp followers. 3 years earlier, the girl has helped address the wounds of the battle casualties. She was sure to provide a wealth of information. God was interested in a house on the cliff and asked among the camp followers. One of them, Lever, claimed that the estate had once been the abode of Malget, a folk healer. 5 years ago, while the quake was tending to those wounded in the battle, someone murdered his children. In despair, Malget threw himself from the cliff. Okay, let's have a look at that. Little sisters. Let's check out the heart. Go to the cemetery. Apparently there's a cemetery as well. Where was the exit? Somewhere. Also, are you new? Can I talk to you? No. Let me meditate. Can I meditate here? I can. Character points. I was investing into here, was I? That's full. Maybe I was investing into here. Yes, that's where I was investing in. Chance of all critical effects. Chance of critical effects bleeding. We go for more health. I like health. Health is great.
Lovely.
I smell it, Tamarian.
Lovely.
How do you smell, Tamarian? Where are they fighting? Oh, down there. Wonder, can I go there? Carabella. What's Carabella like? 12 to 16, that's not much. Have anything like runes or something like that? Doesn't look that way. What was the exit there was? Is I hope it was? Was it? No? God damn it, where was the exit? I can't remember. Oh, there it was. Okay, got it. Apparently there's also stuff going on to the right here. Fighting.
Who do I spy if not the famed Geralt of Rivia?
You seem to know me, but I have no idea who you are.
And you're worse off for that, for I can make you even more famous.
You write ballads or something?
I've no notion of songs, but the king's vested me with the task of organizing knightly tourneys. A swordmaster like you must be eager to show off his skills. Knightly tournaments are a pastime for real men.
Does King Hansel have any interests besides fighting?
We value knightly tradition in Kedron. Only duels in the arena let a knight stay in good form and hone his skills.
I'm interested in the Rotfield contract. Know anything about it?
The scum has so far destroyed 2 convoys of army provisions. Before we arrived, they'd only attacked the local cattle. Since the mist appeared, they've grown bolder and started hunting our patrols. The lads from the company have collected a kitty. Sort it all out and the coin is yours.
Okay, sort it all out and the coin is mine. Hansel's army was pestered by rot fiends. The creatures were dangerous in their own right, but also carried diseases which would spread among the army like gossip through a dormitory for high society girls. The Witcher took up the task of slaying a monster and went about like a true professional and killed an individual specimen. He also read books about rot fiends. He quickly discovered that rot fiends are necrophages. Their diet is made up of corpses or even just bones from which they sucked marrow. Burning all the carcasses was the only way to rid of the area of monsters. Okay. I just need to burn all the corpses there. Okay. I guess we can do some fighting for now. Why not?
Ortrin, where are you?
So I guess I'm gonna go to the left now. So that's where I encountered the first two. That's great. The two over here apparently. Right there.
Shit, you stink.
God damn it. There we go. Get rid of them. That. Nice. Anything I can collect? There's something. Are we gonna burn that one? Can I not burn that one? Apparently I burnt that one already. Okay, that was the first two I defeated, I guess. Is that the mist? Don't think I'm supposed to go to the mist just yet. What are they doing here? Guess we can go there. It's safe, I guess. I have a feeling they're going to attack me. Are they? No.
Greetings.
Greetings? Greetings?
Greetings!
Okay, we're just here. Good to know. We're just staying here.
Greetings?
Oh, blast it.
I don't see any other corpses around here right now. This would be an issue for me. Battlefield. Field of Erith, okay. Do we have any more corpses here? I need to burn them. Nope. Take the macrophage skin, I guess. Okay. We have some more necrophages.
Wonder how many more will turn up.
at them. Burn that one. And that one. And this one as well. 3 more to go. So we'll check it out up here. Anything here? Anyone home? Hello? Can go down here apparently. Let's check it out, I guess. Whatever may be up here. Oh. Interesting. Where the fuck am I? Not a single clue, but well, I'm down here now. Oh, I'm over here. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. That makes totally sense. Can I go over here? No. That was the only way I can go. Oh well. That's where you end up, apparently. Talk to anyone around here?
I've no bloody idea who you might be, but I hope you're a civilian.
Relics, artifacts, trinkets and talismans. Hallowed and highly valuable.
Got anything interesting there?
Ash from the stake where Sabrina burned. Nails that fastened the wheel of death. Splinters from the wheel. I've also got some metal parts and some of the martyr's garments. Whatever your heart desires.
If you say so, I'm gonna sell you some weapons. I don't need those. Some more space in my inventory. Junk. Don't need the rags. Anything here which might be useful? Not really.
Relics, art.
Where did you get these things?
Trying to compete with me? It's too good a business to share with others.
Do you believe in the power of your merchandise?
You mean the relics? Others believe in them, that's what counts. They'll believe in anything that gives them hope. Soldiers shit their pants and throw up in fear before going into battle. If kissing a rusty nail gives them courage, then in my book, it works.
I'm interested in objects that belong to the soldiers who perished in the battle 3 years ago. Not any old things. They have to be magically active. I know how to check.
That's not my speciality, Witcher. I deal in relics.
So long.
If you say so.
Leave me be, Witcher. I must train. No time for idle chatter.
Sure.
Do not disturb.
Do not disturb. I'm not disturbing anyone. Gonna go over here. Is that open? Nope. That's not open apparently. Look, Rose.
Aldred, where are you?
I still need some burnt corpses, like 3 more. Wonder where they could be. So I'll continue this way for now. Oh, I was thinking back there. No, I don't want to go there. That's a bit too unpleasant. Anything up here, maybe? Not really. Where would I go? Need some corpses. Any corpses? Got that. Why did I get scared? There was nothing there. Anything here, maybe? So far, it seems fine to go to. I'm back here. Huh. Why could I find more corpses? Probably don't want to go in there. Fog seems a little bit ominous. What are those?
Been observing you for a while now.
And?
Just wondering if I can bring you in alive. And get a higher reward, you know.
Well, you can't.
Damn shame, I'd say. Careful! He handily defeated the King's Guard!
Ow, ow. We need to take care of the freaking mage. God damn it.
At him! A ring of gold in your pouches!
God damn it. Holy shit. I was prepared for that. Well, at least I know now that they're attacking me. Where did I save? I don't even know. Guess I saved here. I'm drink some potions. Probably have some swallow. What's that? Yeah, I think if swallow is enough, let's drink that. I'm gonna equip that. God damn it.
At him! A ring of gold in your pouches!
God damn it. That ain't right. Alrighty. One more attack and that's him, basically. Got them. Did it drop anything? Wine. Is that it? Arrest warrant. Let's have a look at that. Issued for Geralt of Rivia, Kingslayer. It is hereby made known to all that a witcher named Geralt, a native of Rivia, has committed the high crime of regicide and slaying Fotis, King of Temeria. As a murderer and traitor, Geralt of Rivia has been sentenced to die by fire. Generous reward is offered for his capture and delivery to the proper authorities. He who delivers the criminal's hat shall receive 1/2 of said reward. Those providing reliable and confirmed information as to the criminal's whereabouts shall also receive remuneration. Aware the witch is armed and dangerous. Yeah. mean, it was their own fault, basically. They attack a witcher like that. They basically committed suicide. Anything nice around here?
Come on!
Holy crap. Quite a few intriguers around here, aren't there? So I mean there's a nest nearby. I don't know, it might be. There's a big old guy. Alrighty, let's just save here. Ouch, that hurt. Gonna play around a Rosie. Doesn't even know what'll hit him.
Wonder how many more will turn up.
I'm playing it safe, even though it's a little bit cheesing, but I don't mind. This rock is really conveniently placed. Can't imagine that's not intentional then. Oh my goodness. Ragdoll physics scared the shit out of me. A rare science and a rouse trophy. Alright. What does that give me here? Circle of life, regeneration. That's great. Alrighty. Anything else around here? Not really. I don't even know where I am, to be honest. Gotta be somewhere now. I wonder if that enemy will be a quest boss or something like that. And I did that prematurely? Maybe. Most likely. Can't go up there, apparently. Okay, guess we go back. So there was an Arachas around here, and we killed it. Great feat, I guess. Can I go further this way? We'll get stopped by a barrier, so we're running out. Medallion again. Does it mean I should turn back, or what's the case? Not sure. Oh, there's the little beach hut, isn't it? Generic nodes 3. Generic nodes 1. Where's the nodes? Nodes 2, I mean. Where's nodes 1? So we take nodes 2 and nodes 3 then. See about those ones. Nodes 2. My road to the light, second fragment. We nailed Miss Glavisic to a wheel. We pierced her slender hands and throttled her narrow waist with a rope. The pyre was readied beforehand. Hansel laughed and encouraged us to mock her, so we did. As flames licked the wood, I looked into her bright eyes, yet I could see no fear in them, only peace. I trembled for the first time. I trembled once again as the flames themselves starved. The fire would not accept the victim. Then Hansel ordered to feed the flames with more wood. The branches were wet, and the smoke stung our eyes, filling us with remorse. Through the flames I could see Mr. Cleverick suffocating, and I trembled for the third time. I grabbed the spear I used to push the wood on the pyre. Unmindful of the heat, I scaled the flaming wood and pierced her heart. Thus was I transformed in the fire. Okay. Hansel was furious that I had ruined his spectacle. I was beaten to a pulp. Soon I was stripped of my rank, and those I had thought friends turned from me. I started drinking more than ever and sank into sloth, so I was regularly punished. I spent all my free time in solitude until one day, as I sat with a bottle of foul spirits, staring at a sizzling candle stub, understood that it had all happened for a reason. I had a calling. The flicker that Miss Clevisic had lit within me spread over my heart, and it burned with the flame of faith. Okay. Anything else around here? It's not our first glance. What was that? White metal paddles? Okay. Hatchet and some orange, okay. Okay, just go along here and eventually end up somewhere else, no? Apparently not. Well, let's see about the night rave. Can we meditate here? We can meditate here. How late is it? It's dusk. Let's go till midnight. I should also drink a potion then. Another swallow. We have enough swallow, we can always do more. I think swallow should be my constant potion. I should have always on. It's not that expensive, and it goes for, I think, 10 minutes real time. Yeah, 10 minutes real time. Guess that's fine. This game saved. Can't really do anything here, can I? This doesn't look like it. Is that the beach house I was supposed to visit at night? Let's have a look. Little Sisters. I guess that was the wrong one, wasn't it? Huh. Oh well. At least it's bright enough, so just go back. Without much effort, I suppose. It leads to nowhere. already went this way. And then we would end up over there. Odd. See another necrophage over there. Whatever that was. Another one here.
Take that.
Came from here. Is there another necrophage place here? Defensive one, okay. It looks like I missed somewhere something, but I don't see any corpses. Usually necrophages mean corpses around, but I don't see any at all. Just a necrophage I killed, I assume, yeah. It's another thing. And life regeneration. Two things at once, that's generous. And those things are no longer around. I have no idea where to go with that. Seems totally weird. Not allowed to go this way. This doesn't look like it that I can go this way. Probably gonna oh my goodness, there's a race here. I found that.
Damn you.
Ah, damn it. Leave me be. Oh my goodness. Oh, they die, do they?
Get a hold of yourself.
Well, that happens. Oh shit, I need to go back. Anything else around here, or can I burn that thing for now? There we go. So nobody? No, it's nobody. Burned that one already. another body somewhere? Need one more body.
I've no bloody idea who you might be, but I hope you're a civilian.
Pretty
Whoa. Didn't have anyone like you in. Oh my god.
Oh, your guards. Oh, there's the last one. Got him. Alrighty. What fiend contract done? Feeling they spawn more at night. At least I've got that feeling. I'm gonna use our medallion every now and then. So guess I'm supposed to go here. Didn't all save. Are you going to attack me, Night Wraith? Can I use Spectre Oil? I probably have to break the curse first. I'm gonna go to you in a second. First I want to check out that house here. House on the cliff. There's nothing left here, okay. There's a thing up here, okay. Let's go down here, shall we? Where is that? Search the cellar. This would be a torture area. Light the totems in the right order. Okay, light the torches in the right order. I already have a hint right now. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, that's the card. It was not the right order apparently. Let's find that, and that. Oh, I'm gonna need to drink another potion. Drink potions. Another swallow, please. Need swallows. Drink. What? No. Go back. Drink. There we go. Though it like barely damage now because I have all my points in vitality. Alrighty, so what did I try now? Let's try a hat. Nothing. Oh no, nothing. Search the secret room. Okay. I get notes. Nana kamba siyo tu yalla kadexana na siyo tu sigat kamba nimit. Alright, so it sounds African. Is it daytime already? Day has passed fast, certainly. Come on, medallion. There we go. Moira. Marisa. Maroon. Malget. Mystery of the Graves, okay. What now? Should we go inside again? It's like below me. I don't know.
You're not the one we seek, though his aura is strong, even on you.
Impossible. I watched Maverick wash his pants.
Who are you?
I'm a witcher, and I'm here because you haunt an innocent man. You've ruined Maverick's life, and it's high time you left this world.
Maverick, innocent? That son of a bitch murdered me and my 2 sisters, then threw our bodies off the cliff. Our father, Malget, died of despair. Fortunately, fate has brought Maverick here again, straight into our hands. Revenge shall be ours.
I need to find out if you're telling the truth. If your story checks out, I'll bring Maverick here.
Go to the cemetery or talk to Maverick. What is the cemetery? Is that the cemetery? I'm gonna talk to Maverick, sure, but what does that mean? If I go to the cemetery, it will be what will it be then? I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Probably summon her if I want to kill her. I'm not about to sacrifice a person. I'm gonna talk to him, but I'm not gonna bring him there. Even if he did bad things in the past, I'm not gonna sacrifice him. It's a freaking ghost, goddammit. I kill the ghost and be done with it. Right, let's head back to Maverick and see what he has to say about that.
His mother comes and tells him, The Elder and the Recruiter are coming for you.
Let's place some stuff in my stash.
I fought with the Guardians a few years back. Now we make
I need to talk to him, I think.
Better to ask the way.
Well, change
Easy
my
come,
style.
easy go.
Where's the other guy? Wasn't he around here as well? Oh, there, the dwarf.
turn out like the millions. Browse and
Let's store some more stuff. A Rahazami alchemy ingredient, okay. Crafting. Let's just put everything in there.
fat chance of Henselt and Shillard inviting us to their meeting.
It's fine. Let's talk to Maverick. We can also turn in the Rodfiend contract since we did that.
Did they hire a witcher? I smell a Temerian.
Audrin, where
Greetings.
are you?
Where was this guy over there?
Audrin, where are you?
I don't know why they're looking for Odrin, but okay.
Greetings.
Have you managed to do anything, Witcher?
The Spectre claims she's the ghost of one of the sisters you murdered. They're out for revenge.
Is that why you wanted my coin? To talk rubbish? You're no better than them, you freak! Away with you, demon!
I'm loading. Let's see what he has to say about the other things. Go to beach at night. God damn, do I really have to load another game? It's always taking ages to load that up. Autosave, quick save. That's the one I need then.
Audrin!
Safe.
Have you managed to do anything, Witcher?
I went to the house where you and your unit were stationed. Found some interesting things in the cellar.
I know nothing of that, and don't wish to know anything. I just want to be rid of that phantom.
I can't help you if you don't tell me the truth.
If I must. Folks say that old Malget conspired with the river demons. So much blood has flowed down the Pontar. It's the evil in it that the beings in the river's depths feed on. That's all I know, truly.
Have you managed to do anything, Witcher?
The Spectres manifest themselves even when you're absent. They've burrowed deep into your subconscious. If I killed them now, they'd return instant.
If there's no other way, what would you ask of me?
Meet me at the beach, an hour before midnight.
Don't really want to do that. No, probably autosaves. I just want to say goodbye. Load game. I wonder if I can just summon them at midnight. If I need them or not.
I had a mate from Rivia.
So he doesn't tell me too much.
I don't know why I'm telling you that.
So I guess I'm gonna go back to the cemetery.
Where are you?
Let's go back all the way there. See about that.
Life can be really strange. I fought the Nilfgaard a few years back.
I wonder if he would answer differently if he is not going to be honest. I don't know. Let's see. So we're going to take care of her. Let's go and do a meditation here. Meditate till 1 hour before midnight, somewhere around here. There. Drink a potion. Another swallow. And we're gonna use Spectra oil if we have that. We do have Spectra oil. Let's use that. Silver sword, yes. There we go. We'll see about that. Is she not back? Thought she'd be back if I watched on her grave. Do I really need to talk to Margaret first? I have no clue. Something's off. We'll need to light the candles again. I'm not sure. And that doesn't change anything here. How can I summon her now? I have used all my stuff. No. That's not nice. The Spectres claimed that Maverick was to them in existence. He had murdered the 3 sisters, and now they, as Ravs, craved for revenge. The story seemed unclear and full of half-truths. Carl did not act hastily. He was unsure whether to trust Maverick or the Restless Souls. Was it without a doubt a male name? I don't know. I've actually no clue what to do right now. Are they supposed to be here? Do I really have to talk to Maverick first? I wasted all my time. I think I wasted all my time. Then let's talk to Maverick. Which one? 22? 21? Oh, I had one more. Guess we'll load that one. Oh, they just disappeared. Okay. Then let's see one before that. $2015. Moira, Marissa, Morin, and Malgit. Let me, can I do that? Drink a potion? No, I did drink a potion already. Escape that. I want to use Spectre Oil though, just to be more effective. I did read that hopefully. Enhancements, Spectre Oil. Yes. Alrighty.
You're not the one we see.
Impossible.
Who are you?
I'm a...
That's...
You lie, Spectre. Die!
Wraith Trophy. Alright. Essence of Death. Let's go with that. Gotta find some old papers in the cellars of the house on the cliff. An old rule says that one should not disregard documents found in a haunted house, but these papers did not concern Maverick's case directly, therefore the Witcher hid them for later and returned to helping Maverick. There were 3 tombstones in cemetery with the following names inscribed: Mora, Marisa, and Moran. Galt also found the final resting place of the quack himself. It seems suspicious that someone would fish out a suicide body and bury it properly. Galt even considered the croaker might have not killed himself at all. The name Moran, without a doubt the male name, was another mystery. The Witcher would not be deceived by the spectres. He finished the job and then returned to Maverick to get his money. Okay, interesting. Were they deceiving me? That's the other question. Oh well, I guess that's better for now. So we can turn in the Wraith quest and we can turn in the Rotfield quest. And then we'll see, maybe we have some other side quests opening up. We also have that follow-up with the battle. The punching battle. Fist fighting. Wonder what's that way. Was I ever this way? Anything around here? I don't really see anything. Oh, what's that? Mushroom, okay. Where does that lead? I have no clue. Let's have a look. Oh. So that. Some mushrooms, okay. So we're not gonna go this way because it's the fog. The fog is bad, as we know. What is here? Looks like a crib, the cave. Locked, okay. There might be a side quest later on. We'll see. I'm not gonna go this way. I think this is bad news if I go that way. So the specters weren't as difficult as I expected, but well, it's always good to be prepared.
His mother comes and tells him the elder and the recruiter are coming for you.
I think I wanted to put away some stuff. I think that's missing now.
Life can be really strange. I fought for the Nilfgaardians a few years back. Now we make
Righty, crafting. Alrighty. How much money do I even have? I don't have that much anymore. I only have 1,500 florins. So I lost like 3,500. It's not nice, but well. What can you do? I can sell some materials, I guess, if I have too many of that.
Audrin, where are you? Audrin, where are you?
The specters are gone, and your nightmare with them, Maverick.
The gods guide you, Witcher. I'll sleep soundly again. And I've you to thank for that.
Okay, so apparently there's no follow-up for that.
Greetings.
Hey, Audrin. Can't talk to him now.
What do you want?
Can I talk to him?
No chance. I don't know you.
How might we get to know each other?
Trust needs to be earned, mate. You best go, now.
Okay. So we can't go there yet. Do we have anything else open? Rotfiend contract, yeah. From a bygone era. You found some strange notes. Margaret's not immediately sensed magic in them. The moment's thought, the Witcher decided to take the notes to someone specializing in sorcery. Oh, I actually have to talk to him with the main quest.
He is an homunculus, conceived by the sorceresses Philippa Eilhart and Sabrina Glevisic. From Mandrake, Seaman, and Brimstone in the belly of a man. Spoiled my day.
Yeah, I was supposed to talk to him for the main quest. I skipped that for now. Can go there in a second. Score to settle. Is there anything else? No, just waiting. What fiend contract? Where is he right now? I haven't found him. Got your reward from Proximina or Proximo. Oh,
Tournaments. Now that's a pastime for real men.
I'm here about the Rotfiend contract.
What about it?
The fiends have rotted for good.
Well done. We lost many patrols to them. Here's your reward.
Read the Rotfiend contract.
Tournaments. Now that...
Going on. Ow!
Audrin, here, boy. Audrin.
On fire. I'm on fire. Let's go to like midday, noon. What are they fighting? Aren't they fighting like midday or are they fighting like noon? Now they're fighting.
Tournaments.
Can I participate in them? Am I allowed to do that? No, apparently not. Alrighty.
Because of slackening morale and the fouling of language.
I guess we'll talk to however he's called. Deadwit? Don't, well, whatever, I don't know. I can't remember his name. Supposed to talk to him. He's here, or here, I believe. There he is.
Spoiled my day.
You have no idea how delighted I am to work in tandem with you.
True, I have no idea.
Better times approach, Geralt, you shall see. I trust you're not bothered if I refer to you by name.
Not at all.
Wonderful, I feel we shall become great friends.
That remains to be seen.
Shake my hand, Geralt, to mark the beginning of our friendship. Don't worry, I've no poison needle up my sleeve. I believe one can learn much about a man from his handshake.
Learned anything?
You have the handshake of a warrior. Strong, decisive, dominating. You're the conquering type. The kind women love.
I was asking about the curse.
Oh, of course. What would you like to know?
Did you notice that not all the specters were aggressive?
Most would disappear when we neared them.
I think the curse's power corrupts the ghosts of those who died in the battle, turning them into draugrs.
Draugrs? Is that some professional name you witches have for specters?
They're demons, Deathmold. Draugrs are demons of war that arise on battlefields where the fighting was vicious and the slaughter particularly bloody. They are hatred and bloodlust in condensed form.
The name matters little. Do you know how to rid us of these Draugrs?
A silver sword's enough to send them to their rest. But as long as the curse remains active, new ones will appear. The soldiers' ghosts are the key. If we could reverse the tide of the battle...
Don't delay. Grab your sword and start reversing.
I'll need some symbols of war that belonged to the soldiers who perished here. Artifacts symbolizing hatred, death, courage, and faith. They have to be magically active and linked to those who died. Without them, I won't be able to summon the ghosts.
Well, I've no idea how to find them. Apart from which I know little about war symbolism.
I'll deal with the artifacts. I have another job for you. Have you dealt with curses before?
I've cast a few in my time. One victim sprouted donkey's ears and a tail, another's house burned down. Nothing too serious.
Shame. Have you removed curses, lifted spells?
Never had the chance. But I mastered the theory involved. Best in my class at the Magic Academy.
They don't teach you about curses like this one at Banard.
Glevis's curse is a 4th level blood spell. It's also known as the Archmistress's curse. A misnomer, for they've been cast by generally crazed mages or priests, not necessarily women.
You've done your homework. Explain this blood curse to me.
An ordinary blood curse is a trivial thing. You let a little of your own blood. Best done at midnight, surrounded by lit candles.
Sabrina had a whole
Alright,
pyre
we
around
found
her.
that.
Tell me about Glevis's curse.
Read about it for yourself. I have all the necessary literature. In fact, you only need the Great Encyclopedia of Curses, Spells and Prophecies, and a volume compiled by Tessard de Vries and Margarita Loantil, Masters of Magic on Curses Selected Writings.
Quite a tome. Are you sure Sabrina cast the curse?
Positively. Curses of this kind are cast rarely. There have only been 6 confirmed cases.
Alright.
How many confirmed cases of their being lifted?
None.
One.
Okay.
By a team of mages led by Archmistress Francesca Findebert, whence came the curse's other appellation. In any case, Sabrina Glevisig was part of that team.
Small world, and one that just got a little uglier.
That's not all. The curse that Francesca and Sabrina dealt with was meant to end the lives of the last of the Tyson dynasty, the rulers of Kovir. It was cast by Scarlet Rodalega, a very talented but completely mad man. A prophecy and an activator were also involved.
I see. Sabrina just stole her curse from this Rodolega.
Precisely. The side which the king himself and a company of armed men witnessed her casting it.
We've got our comet and murder. What about the coins?
We have those as well. Not enough for you?
No. Why do I get the feeling I've stumbled on some shameful secret?
A state secret.
If you don't tell me, your head of state may soon lose his head.
There's a plot afoot within the military. Those involved share a symbol, a square coin adorned with a fish. Let's do this. I shall in no way hinder your investigation, and you will reveal to me anything you learn. Should I happen upon anything related to the curse?
You'll let me know. So be it.
Alright.
Why is Henselt still breathing? He killed the priest. Why didn't he burst like a ripe tomato under a dwarf's heel?
Perhaps Glevissig wishes Henselt to wait for imminent death.
I don't think so. I know a few sorceresses. They're mean, true, but they also want results. Sabrina cast the curse while roasting at the stake. Not the most comfortable circumstances. I suspect she botched something.
Are you suggesting Henselt may be safe?
I'm suggesting he could be saved, provided we cut him off from the heart of the curse, the Battle of Spectres. It's the weakest link.
How could we do that?
I don't know yet, but I suspect I could summon Sabrina's ghost and force her to free Henselt. First, I need to learn the circumstances of her death. If I'm not mistaken, you need blood to cast a blood curse.
Precisely, unachievable otherwise.
Sabrina was bound to a wagon wheel. Where did she get enough blood?
She put a spell on a soldier who gave her a coup de grace. It was easy. The minds of some soldiers are so uncomplicated. Sabrina needed one of them to strike her, shorten her suffering, but complete the curse. However, this is where she erred. That whore performed miracles, gathered the power, got the prophecy and activator right, but fell flat on her face on the simplest thing at the end.
Don't get so excited.
She chose a fool, a bungler. I heard he thrust 5 times with his spear, yet the witch's soul would not quit her corpse.
There was no one guarding the pyre?
It was one of the guards the sorceress chose for the task. His comrades were irate. He spoiled the show for them. The king was no longer anywhere near.
In any case, blood flowed and the curse took root.
Yes, but the harlot got her due.
You're gonna help me, Death Mold.
Of course, as the king ordered.
Listen up. You'll do the paperwork. I get the feeling you like it. I'll need a number of protective runes to summon Sabrina's ghost. They need to detain the sorceress's ghost and anything else that enters this world with it. Find something for me in your library. The runes need to be easy to produce. I haven't seen any artists around here. Apart from that, the Draugrs are likely to begin their forays in search of Henselt. When they leave the battlefield, they'll grow weaker. Your men should be able to handle them. Just equip them with silver-plated weapons. Henselt could also use something silver to defend himself. Over the entrance to his tent, hang a wreath of cinquefoil and fool's parsley. Inside, a fire fueled by juniper branches must burn at all times.
Where will I get so much silver?
Melt down your collection of pots for all I care. Just get it.
Those aren't pots, they're silver vases of Nazaya.
Last of all, give Henselt an instructional talk. Explain that I'll need him.
And what will you be doing? Drinking ale and fondling the camp women?
There's that, yes. Though I'll also prepare to summon Sabrina's ghost, and figure out what I need to send the fighting specters back to the afterlife. I'll drop by and give you more work as I learn about this curse.
How did you divine that you might recover your memory by lifting the curse?
The only diviner I've ever trusted told me.
Interesting. That being?
A drunkard and a fool in love. He's dead, but keep your nose out of my past.
Find a dumb bonnet standard, violent swords, and piece of something armor. Talk to soldiers about conspiracy against Henselt. Conspiracy fury. Do you want to hear how the Witcher got embroiled into high level conspiracy? Well, I hear it was some before death mode, but beginning making a worse ending. Silson was aware that the Witcher's interest in the curse placed on the battlefield and pointed him to a clue. So it was that several soldiers hatched a plot apparently connected to the curse. Deathmode did not know what was the conspiracy aim and who belonged to it. After getting this and how precise clue, Gallo decided to nose around the camp. I'm gonna do that. Courage symbolized, also around Catherine by the symbol of courage.
We need to talk.
What? No, hello. Good morning. pucker up and kiss my ass? Nothing?
Hello.
Good morning, White Wolf. Will you take some tea? It's a fortifying beverage.
Some other time, maybe. You must know a lot about the Wild Hunt, as one of the reigning majesties among mages.
I simply cannot concern myself with folk tales about corpses flying about on intensely emaciated steeds.
The Wild Hunt's no myth. Can you make anything out of these notes, sorcerer?
Where did you get them?
Unimportant.
And you've no notion what's in them?
Wouldn't be asking if I did.
They describe a very dangerous ritual. Practically pure necromancy. The sort that gets you burned at the stake.
Be specific. What kind of ritual?
One to summon the soul of an evil man. A man evil enough to wander the world after death. Souls of this kind gladly enter into covenants in the hope of being sent into the beyond.
Why would anyone want to deal with evil?
The possible reasons are many. You'll always find people willing to sell their souls in exchange for something valuable to them. I'll gladly buy the scroll.
I thought necromancy was forbidden.
Oh, it is, but I'm an avid collector of manuscripts containing forbidden knowledge.
I think I'll keep it. Maybe I can become a collector myself.
Also not sword, keep them for later use. You never know. Could give them to Yennefer or Triss Marigold. Coach symbolized. The thing curse from Battlefield is no small feat. It requires preparation and a professional approach. The Witcher was fully qualified and, thanks to the advice of the other professionals, knew exactly how to approach this thankless task. Among other things, he had to acquire artifacts of the battle representing the virtues and horrors of war. The symbol of courage was one of them. The Witcher decided to inquire around the camp about the nature of the symbol, for nobody knows more about war than soldiers. I wonder when this will happen.
The whole camp's gone berserk looking for the coins. Grown lads with their arses in the air, scavenging around the tents like idiots.
Hear ye! Hear ye! Let it be known far and wide.
Tournaments. That's a pastime for real men.
Okay, he doesn't know anything about it, I guess.
A rebel and troublemaker is not of the human kind.
How'd you do?
What do you want?
Can I talk to him?
No, trust me.
I guess.
I'm done with this cursed place. Bloody comet.
What do you want?
I heard you calling out for Audrin.
What of it?
Just curious. Half the camp's looking for him.
Well, he's gone and got lost. But Audrin's a good man. He can drink 6 noggins of liquor, one after the other.
Wouldn't mind buying him a pint. What does he look like?
Ordinary, like any soldier, except he staggers a lot.
As long as they pay us, I'd say.
Audrin, where are you?
Can I talk to him now?
Audrin!
How's service under Hensel?
See anybody complaining? And we don't like busybodies.
I'm
Idiot.
done with this cursed place. Bloody
Audrin,
comets, square
where are
coins,
you?
and that fucking fog.
Alright.
What do you want? Normally I only talk to drunks.
Let me buy you a beer.
All right. What do you want to talk about?
I'm looking for work.
With me?
Maybe Hensel needs a witcher.
Hensel needs a brain.
I heard his soldiers love him.
Back in the day, yes, Hensel was like a brother. In war, he drank what we did, ate the same grub, and ploughed the same horse as us.
When did that change?
When he started believing he's invincible.
He had to give up on that 3 years ago.
What of it? They convinced him he hadn't lost. Get it? It was all that witch's fault. See? And he believed him. Had the witch killed till she was dead. Now he's all important. La-di-da. He's just not the same Henselt. But you'll find work, I wager. All kinds of monstrosities prowl the ravines. What do you want?
Let me...
All right.
Let's talk about the other ones.
Death Mold summoned me.
Oh, fuck.
What are you afraid of?
Hard enough to get inside Death Mold's quarters, but bloody impossible to leave.
I'm sober. I think I'll be able to find the door.
You won't scoff if you'd seen the broken bones, the gouged out eyes, or men so crazy they didn't recognize their own mothers. It's true that Death Mold tortures anyone who wrongs him, even in the slightest. They say the sorcerer made Henselt burn Sabrina at the stake.
Interesting.
Death Mold's so strong at Henselt's side, it's a bad thing. Very bad.
So they are not really fond of
What do you want?
Death Mold.
Let me...
Virgin of
What
Edom?
do you know about the Virgin of Edom?
No one's plowed her.
I'm serious.
They say she killed a dragon. Those Eternians have gone silly about it.
I heard the story about the dragon is true.
What of it? That don't mean she should be crowned queen.
True, but people follow her.
Folks are fools and like freaky things.
Saskia's a freak.
Maidenhood intact and hunting dragons. Ever heard of a stranger lass?
Alright, let's talk to him about the
What do you
coins.
want?
I heard you calling for Aldrin.
That's right, I'm looking for him, so I called out. Got a problem with that?
I used to know a man named Aldrin.
Not that same guy.
How do you know?
Odrin never deal with your kind. A right and true man, that one. Drinking without him's like ploughing without a woman.
Why do I only talk about Aldrin?
Greetings. What you want?
Alvin.
They feed you well here?
Depends. One day be heaps of meat, the next straight grits without one pork dripping. Still, we fill our stomachs with what the foe has in his stores.
You're very low.
I know you.
Aye, we met in Vizima. I was working for Salamandra and barely escaped your rat. Grown wiser since. Listen, I've a trinket. My last reminder of those days. Take it and hold no grudge against me.
I hold no grudge, and I'll gladly accept the trinket.
Take it. And good luck.
What do you got? Get something. What was that? Timber? Okay, I'll take some timber. Some more stuff I can take? No. And I think I'm always asking one question.
What do you want?
What are the Nilfgaardian forces doing here?
I don't know. Their presence disgusts some, but I'm glad to see them here.
Why's that?
I'd rather they be with us than with Eddern.
Guess I can only ask them one question. I wasted a lot of questions already, which is a bit unfortunate, but well. Can't talk to him.
What do you want?
How's the mood?
Food and drink are good, and the ploughing tent's well staffed. Fighting men don't really need anything more.
Alright. I don't know if I can sell that timber or what I can do with that, but I'm just taking it every time. You never know. I'll talk about all things, but...
Where
looking for coins.
How's service under Henselt?
See anybody complaining? And
What else am I to do? This mist's driving me crazy.
What is it, Witcher?
Can I speak freely?
If you want to be sly, best you step away.
I'm looking for someone with a square coin.
Why's that?
I can only tell someone who has one.
You got one?
No.
Then don't ask, for you'll learn nothing.
Still looking for coins?
What is it, Witcher?
I like to get my bearings once in a while.
We all do.
Will you answer some questions for me?
If I know how to. And if I can.
You from Kedwin?
Like me father and grandfather before me.
Know what they say about you in Edirn?
Folk always got something to say about their neighbours.
Henselt wants to conquer Edirn. What would you expect them to say?
There are kingless in Edirn now. They could use a good ruler.
They've got someone to rule. You don't need to meddle.
Don't be naive. The world's no sandbox. Oh, come to think of it, the stronger bairns reign in the sandbox as well.
What else am I to do? This mist is driving me crazy.
What is it, Witcher?
I can ask him quite a few questions.
I like to get...
We all do.
Will you...
If I know.
The sorceress named Sheila.
She's just arrived.
What for?
I've no clue. Do you ever know with witches? I mean, they never do what they say they're doing.
Could she become Henselt's sorceress?
Our king's already got an advisor for magic, and Detmold don't like competition. He likes sorceresses, even less. What is it with...
Alright.
I like to...
We all...
Will you...
If I know how to.
I heard not everyone likes Henselt.
To be liked by everyone, you need not to have a mind of your own. And Henselt's got one.
Put it this way. More and more people don't like how he thinks.
We agreed to speak freely.
I've learned of a plot.
I promised I'd answer every question I know how and every question I can. That's a question I cannot answer. What is it, Witcher?
Who's this Audrin you're calling out for? A Kedweni god of some sort?
Audrin, a god? If you suggested the god of drinking, I might agree. He's a mate. We agreed to meet at the tavern, but he's gone and got lost. If you find him, tell him we're waiting.
How will I know it's him?
Oh, you'll know Audrin. Nobody quite like that cunt.
Okay.
Here, boy.
Find Odin. Wonder where he might be. Could be anywhere, really.
What do you want?
Guess I can't really arm wrestle against him right now.
See you.
See ya.
The enemy have fed you their propaganda. I've no bloody idea who you might be, but I hope you're a civilian.
Okay, can't really talk to them, can I?
Looking for...
What is he?
Something's brewing.
Yeah, something's brewing. We're looking for someone.
Leave me be, father. Leave you be? Your life's at stake. Why, your mother would have my head if anything happens to you.
No! This is about my honor. And ply what mother does to you, I'll practice. I must prepare.
Let's get on there. Batcher of Sidonus. Speak to
Leave
the
me
battle
be,
soldier
Witcher.
and the camp
I
canteen.
must train. No time for idle chatter.
Did they have to be like me?
Mind if I
Stubborn and
join
some
you?
bustle, okay.
Think I've the right to stop you from taking a free stool?
No right, but you might not want company while you drink.
And why might you want to drink with me?
I prefer to drink in good company.
Doesn't ring true. You don't even know me.
That's true, but I know a good man when I see him. So?
Do what you will. Everyone does what they want. My son, for instance, has decided to die. He's decided to duel Letand Avid, known as the Butcher of Sidorus. All in all, that makes him a dead man.
Letand Avid. Who's that?
A killer.
Plenty of those in the army.
No, killing enemies is not the same as slaughtering your own countrymen. The Butcher likes the latter, and he's good at it. The best.
They're going to duel to the death?
Are you that ignorant? We've been sitting here for weeks,
Nothing is happening, and hence said don't like that, so he's organised some diversions.
You mean tournaments?
Nothing like tournaments, more like murders. Mock battles without the mocking. The jailers really leave the arena on their own 2 feet. When our unit learned that 6th Company was putting forward the butcher of Cidaris, there were no volunteers, so we drew straws and it fell to Sven.
He could do it.
Out.
He can, but he won't. I've pleaded, I've begged, but my son's a stubborn one. The pup's got honour. But what good's honour to a corpse?
What if I helped you?
What kind of question is that?
Could I count on you in return?
Save my son, and there won't be a thing I wouldn't do to aid you.
I take that as your vow. Where's Sven?
Training in front of the canteen, near the mercenaries' tent. You'll know him when you see him. Going to the slaughter like a pig for a feast.
Alright, target Sven. Do that.
Are you
Hey,
Sven?
that little man.
Who's asking?
Somebody who just might save your ass.
Piss off!
Never speak to me that way again.
Why? Will you beat me? I'm to fight the butcher. I piss on your threats.
I promised your father I'd help you.
Then go back and ask his pardon for tricking him.
Will you feel better when they kill you?
I'll certainly feel worse if I cower out.
I'm the last one who'd ask you to do that.
What will you do? Summon the butcher and send him out on an urgent mission to deflower the Virgin of Edirn?
No. We'll fight as a pair against Latond and his second. Your honor will remain untouched, like a 12-year-old nun's petal.
Why do you wish to help me?
I told you. Your father asked me.
And you courteously agreed. Is that so?
Yes.
You lie.
What difference does it make, really?
Challenge the 10 Devet to the battle. Okay. Let's see about that. It might be a bit difficult because I don't know if I can keep him alive.
Surprised!
People tend to
I've no
die.
idea who you
I'm looking for Letond Avet, the butcher of Cidaris.
What do you seek?
I want to try my luck.
Strange. Most shit themselves at the sight of my sword.
They say you're equal to a witcher in a fight.
They lie. I'm better.
We'll see.
You'll need to wait. I've a fight lined up already.
We could always duel in pairs. I look around and I see the cream of Kedweni knights. Someone's bound to agree.
I am Edwin Lysum, known also as the Petal. If Latond will have me, I'll gladly stand at his side.
Why do they call you the Petal? I've no need for one who ploughs maidens simply for the pleasure of deflaring them.
You offend me greatly, Latond. I owe the moniker to the fact that I place flower petals in the mouths of the foes I defeat.
I'll be glad to see anything stuffed in the Witcher's mouth. So be it.
Have you heard?
Return to Swan and then defeat Lord Vene in an arena fight. Okay, we can try that out. So what we're gonna do now is do a quick save here.
And? Has he agreed?
Yes.
Some whoresome, eh?
Unique among them. Ready?
Uh-huh.
Give me a minute.
Alrighty, let's just save here. We're going to meditate, drink a potion. Another swallow. Drink. Let's see how this will go. That'll probably be the last thing we do for the day. Maybe we can get some square coins from him then. Do we have enhancements? Hangman's Venom, damage dealt to humans plus 20%. Steel Sword, yes.
Ready?
Let's go get him.
Let's go at it.
Most gracious king, noble lords, men-at-arms, shortly in the arena you shall witness the famed Letond Avet, known also as the Butcher of Cidaris,
at whose side shall stand the Honourable Edwin the Petal Leesum. Opposing them are Sven of Somewhere and Geralt of Rivia, Witcher. May the gods favor the better men. Begin! Because of slackening morale and the following is announced. Each evening of Hail to the victor! Glory
That was
to
fast.
the vanquished! The prize in the contest was a noble title. Our gracious and merciful ruler, King Henselt, shall generously bestow this upon the young Sven. Heralds will announce the subsequent duels. Long live King Henselt! Long live Kedwin!
Alright, that worked out pretty easy. Talk to Manfred.
Thank you. You salvaged my honor.
He salvaged that foolish head of yours.
I'm a knight now. The king himself will do the honors.
You were born in a pigsty with a labour came to your mother 18 springs ago. Nothing will change that. Witcher, I said you could demand what you will, and my word's no worse than a noble's.
You demanded payment for helping me?
Everything has its price.
What is it you wish?
Information on those who carry square coins.
Father!
Silence! Why do you need to know?
I just need to know what this is all about.
It's a long story.
I've got time.
It started before the victory at Brenna.
Alrighty,
When we
nice.
split Edirn between ourselves and Nilfgaard. We were shamed throughout the north.
What's that got to do with the coins?
Everyone wanted to thrash the Black Ones, not play brother to them. A group of officers hatched a plot. The coins their mark. I don't know who gathered the first group of plotters, but the seeds of the scheme fell on fertile soil and sprouted quickly. Then came Brenna, and it all died down. The plotters themselves lost direction, though it seems they resurfaced recently.
Is Henselt dealing with Nilfgaard again?
Who knows? But he's welcomed that shriveled old bat here and spends time in discussions with him. That plot, well, the lads just want to prevent the Black Ones from meddling in our affairs. Not more.
You know a lot. You got a coin?
I'm old, and know that he who gains power loses his heart. I'm past the age of taking the crown off one head and placing it on another. But my son still believes a monarch can be just. Why must you know if I've a coin?
I can't say.
And neither can you, father.
An old soldier's word is no handful of hay with which to wipe your arse.
I'll have naught to do with this.
Go to Madame Carr's brothel and ask for Whistling Wendy. The madam will take you to her tent and leave you alone. Wendy will ask what you wish. Tell her you want her smile to open the gates of paradise.
Okay.
Are we even?
Yeah.
And beware of Vincent Trott. He may be hiding with the conspirators. Dangerous man, that one.
Deathmole's looking for him. And if he finds him, we may all end up tasting the executioner's axe. That scoundrel falls into the sorcerer's hands. He'll give us all up to save his own skin.
I'll be careful.
Trott wears a magic suit of armor. He could prove a difficult foe, even for you.
Bunch of Cinderis. I believe it. I guess I've got a square coin now.
Damn it! Witcher.
What?
The king is impressed with your skills. He's called on me to organize a tournament.
If this goes on, his entire army will be slaughtered before he moves against Edirn.
This time it'll be a tourney of knights. None of that slaughter for the riffraff to enjoy. The king will reward the winners handsomely. If you're interested, find me by the arena.
Oh, it's getting interesting. I am interested.
Tournaments. That's a pastime for real men.
All right, I'll take part in your tournament.
The king will be pleased. Just remember, this will not be a fight to the death.
I'll try not to forget.
Duels take place from noon to dusk. You'll find me by the arena then.
Still looking for coin?
Tournaments. That's a...
Can we start the tourney?
Duels take place from noon
to dusk. Okay. I guess that's what we're going to do next time around. I'm going to call it a day here. I thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully see you the next time around. Tomorrow we will continue with the Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. We're going to start a little bit earlier and a little bit earlier as well. So probably starting about 1 PM going till 4:30 PM, something along those lines. So yeah, a little bit less. But anyway, I have something to do in the evening, that's why. Tomorrow. This game will be next played on Sunday, starting about 2 PM UTC+1, going for about 4 hours. I shouldn't have any interruptions unless my internet acts up or something like that. So yeah, that's that. If you're interested in that, come back there. Hopefully I remember what I have to tell to the girl in the brothel. Something opening a thing to paradise. Hopefully I remember that. We'll see. But anyway, that's it for today. Once again, thank you all so much for watching, and hopefully you have a nice day. Goodbye.